Chris, go.
Well, I'm going to take Mike McDaniel right off the hot press here, right on topic. I mean, I think a lot of people, I know you and I were believers, and we like him. And I think we were able to see that, like, hey, just because he's quirky doesn't mean he can't coach X's and O's and relate to guys, and he's, looks like kind of a Yale nerd, right, and all that. Whatever. I think, you and I both had a lot of people like, Mike McDaniel, huh? Is that going to work, huh? Yeah, it works. It's 3-0. And their defense, we know, makes plays, and he's brought playmaking to the offensive side of the ball. That's where they're different than the last 2 years, where it's been, tough and Brian Flores defense. Now they still have somewhat of that defense in place, but yet they have an offense that attacks you to where you go, oh, crap. Whoa, they just gave a speed sweep for 20 yards, or he threw a 5-yard pass and he got 30 yards. And then, whoa, it's a deep pass down the middle and Tua hits it. So Mike McDaniel, I'm going to give him some love right off the bat here, Mike.
And I'm going to sign on with your man-crush team for 2022 and say the Jaguars, specifically their defense. We expected their offense with Doug Peterson there to be pretty good. The defense has been phenomenal. Linebacker Devin Lloyd has been all over the place.
All over, man.
Pass coverage, just disruptive. And they shut out the Colts. Who would have saw that coming? Although the Colts just can't win in Jacksonville. At least in the past, they've scored points against the Jaguars in Jacksonville. But the Jaguars at 2-1 could be, maybe should be 3-0. I think if they played Washington again, they'd probably beat them.
No question.
The Jaguars' defense has been a revelation and completely unexpected by me.
Yeah, it's fun to watch. And, I mean, when you talk about their front and their linebackers and you hit Devin Lloyd and you put that with Foyesade Oluokun, I mean, in their secondary, the scheme is good. Mike Caldwell, defensive coordinator there, that's another guy. Put him on the radar. Put him on the radar for what he's doing and how he's coaching that football team for future head coach, expectations. But I'm with you, Mike. I like that all the way. Here's one that I can't wait to give love to, because I don't get it. I don't understand it, and that's Jacoby Brissett. I don't know if it's like a whoa surprise, but he's played really good in 3 games. They should be 3-0. The coach lost one of the games with not conveying how to handle the end of the game situation against the Jets. Jacoby Brissett, my dad made this point a little last week when we were talking. He's just like, why can't anybody give him love? Like, why? I mean, if it was Deshaun Watson and Deshaun Watson played this way with those numbers and they were 2-1, we'd all be talking about, oh my gosh, look at what Deshaun Watson is doing. Jacoby Brissett's doing a hell of a job. Everybody just keeps glossing over it. So way to go, Jacoby Brissett. Keep kicking some butt.
Peter King and I addressed the question on the day after the win over the Steelers, how many wins Jacoby Brissett would need to spark a conversation as to whether or not Deshaun Watson should not automatically play when he's reinstated, if he's reinstated. And people act like that's the dumbest thing you could ever say. Really?
Why?
It's really? The guy who's winning, who's ready, you can't just say we're automatically putting Deshaun Watson on the field because we made the huge investment to get him. That would be stupid if the Browns do that.
Agreed.
That would be dumb. That would be idiotic. Just because we gave up so much to get him, we're paying him so much, and we dealt with all this PR crap, we're putting him on the field. You got a hot hand in Jacoby Brissett. If they have 7, 8, 9 wins,
right,
after 11 games, how could you not continue to let it play out and just say we need to get Deshaun Watson ready? The guy's coming in cold.
Exactly
anyway,
right.
I don't get that. I don't get that. All right, I'm going to go with the Eagles just because I didn't expect them to be 3-0, and they have been dominant in all 3 games. Now, they let their foot off the gas against the Lions, but they had the Lions blown out. They completely manhandled the Minnesota Vikings, and they obliterated the Washington Commanders. The Eagles have looked great, and it's great, as we said earlier, to see the Eagles and the Jaguars getting together this weekend in Philadelphia, Chris.
Yeah, it is. It is. I can't wait to watch that game because it's studs galore, and 2 teams that I think are gonna walk on the field. And Jacksonville's got this confidence right now after 2 great wins of going, wait, we're damn good. We're not going to be bullied by anybody. And then you add in the Doug Peterson effect of it. Yeah, it goes beyond sneaky great game. I can't wait to watch that at 1:00 on Sunday.
Let's take a break. We will do round 3 of our draft. The biggest surprises so far in the 2022 season on PFT Live, presented by Google Pixel right after this. All right, round 3 of our draft, the biggest surprises so far this season. Chris, what do you got?
I'm going to go with a negative one here, all right? I'm going to go with the Ravens' defense. I know they're 2-1. I get that, but it ain't because of the defense. I know that. Their defense sucks. I don't know any other way to say it. They're good. I understand why they signed JPP. I mean, it's do whatever you want against the Ravens. Run the ball, pass the ball, doesn't really matter. You know, that's where it's. I mean, the Patriots. We talk about their offense. You know, they're not explosive, and what are they going to do? I mean, they moved the ball up and down the field in the Ravens. They had no problem. Did whatever they wanted. Dolphins, we know they did pretty much whatever they wanted. And then week 1, you know, the Jets, they had some success too. They just made some blunders and whatever else, but they ran the ball. I'm concerned about the Ravens defense. I mean, it's the Lamar show right now. If they don't have Lamar, they're 0-3. That's all I'll say. I mean, he's been that awesome.
Mike McDonald is the new defensive coordinator. He came from Jim Harbaugh at Michigan.
Oh, that's
John
the problem. That's the problem.
Asking Jim, what the hell, Jim?
Say hi to your
Jim,
dad,
you
Jim.
trying to sabotage me? Say hi to your brother. All right, I'll go Lamar Jackson. That was my plan even before you got down the Ravens rabbit hole, just because of all the contract talk. And somebody did an analytical study of Lamar Jackson post his MVP season, and he really has not been great, not even close. In 2020 and 2021, he was injured the last 4 games last season. I thought this contract thing hovered over him. He's been spectacular. Spectacular. Now, he's still got to stay healthy, but he's every bit as good as he's ever been. He could have a bookend to his 2019 MVP prize. He's been great through 3 weeks. He's got a long way to go for this self-bet to pay off.
Yeah.
It's not cashing in yet. He's got 3 more seasons before he really gets to the tail end of this. I'm going to walk away like Kirk Cousins, but he's been great this year, and that is a very pleasant surprise.
I mean, he's on fire. I mean, he's certainly in the conversation for my money for MVP of football, probably the leader. He really is. I mean, it's been great. And this is the other aspect I like about it, Mike, because we talk, the contract, all that. Oh, hey, it's a little more risk with a guy like Lamar Jackson if he gets hurt and all that. You know what he's doing, though, too? He's getting to the point here where you go, well, I don't care if he did hurt his ankle badly. He is showing that he can dice you up in the pocket all game long. He is a very good thrower of the football. He's an elite thrower of the football, and his decision-making has gone to the elite status here through the first 3 weeks too. So, yes, like Lamar. And then, man, that price tag's getting scary for Steve Bisciotti in Baltimore.
To all our friends in Florida who are in the path of Hurricane Ian, please stay safe, get to higher ground, listen to the local authorities.
No doubt.
It's going to get bad down there. It looks like Tampa is going to be spared. We'll have more details tomorrow in the aftermath of the storm as to what it means for the Sunday game between the Chiefs and the Bucs, but that is not even close to a primary concern. For now, everybody, please stay safe, and we'll see you on Thursday. Have a great Wednesday.
See ya.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.